opinion.
ヨハネちゃん、リコ、大丈夫だった？怪我とかしてない？ええ、私は平気。その感じだと私以外の人も捕まってたみたいね。このダンジョン見たこともない動物がいるって聞いたから動物研究所の所長として調査しに来たんだけど、ここのモンスター動物？いえ、生き物ではないみたい。思考が読めないの。倒したらスッと消えるしね。幽霊とか魔法的な感じ？わからない。こんな現象記録には残されてないし。けど今思い返すとここに入る前何かが聞こえた気がする。まるでピアノの音のような。あれは海の底から誰かを呼ぶようなメッセージ？ここには私の意思で来たつもりだったけど、もしかしたらダンジョンやモンスターたちに呼ばれたのかもしれない。みんなが、私も含めてだけど、ここに来たのはそれのせいってこと？ごめんなさい。はっきりとしたことは言えないの。ただなんとなくそんな気がするだけで。そうね、私もなんかそんな気がする。深淵の呼び声か。私もできる限りサポートするわ。ヨハネちゃん、これからよろしくね。
And now we have Rico in our party. So Rico, right off the bat, her ability comes really useful in an area that you don't need to go into. But what Rico can do is she can use fire, and the fire melts the ice. And it's a really powerful attack when done to enemies. And so, as you can see, this is where it takes us. Okay, and with this is everything that we can do in this area, in the sunken volcano. So we're going to go ahead and head on to back to Yohane's fortune parlor and see what Rico has for us to offer.
ヨハネちゃん、実は私探している本があって、ヨハネちゃんの占いで探せないかしら。占い？どうしたの？ヨハネちゃんって占い師よね。久しぶりに占い師扱いを受けた気がするわ。嬉しい。それでこのヨハネに占ってほしいこととは？それが炎についての魔導書なんだけどね。沼津で見たって噂に聞いたんだけど、図書館にも置いてないみたいで。魔導書？なんか食いつきいいわね。これこういうのを求めていたのよ。よろしい。ではこのヨハネが占って信ぜよう。来た！ダダダダダークネス！どうかしら。深き海の底よりつながる異界。そこに高き炎の知恵を蓄えし書物が見える。海の底の異界？それってまさかあのダンジョン？おそらくは。またあそこに行って捕まったりしたら申し訳ないわね。もし探索中に見つけたら持って帰ってきてあげるわよ。本当？助かるわ。
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back to the ruins, because in the ruins, there is a church just right here that you need to get, because as you can probably tell, we're at the point where we can't really make any progression, but if you go up to this chest with the double jump ability, we now have the Sea Deity's Charm, which means Yohane can now go underwater, which is convenient for a place that we need to go back to. Because as you recall, when we were here in the grotto, there was a lot of water, and that we couldn't do much about this because, well, there was so much water. Now, before I go ahead and explore some of these parts around over here, I'm actually going to go over to this location. Because if you head over here to this screen, as you see, there's 2 treasure chests that we couldn't get to previously, but now we can. So you might think, oh, I gotta go up through here. You can't jump high enough, even with double jump, in order to get up to that side. But you can actually go up over here to this side, and let's see what we got going on over to this. Okay, so, oh, look at that. Look what kind of item that I see right there. So, by the way, you need to make sure you talk to Rico at Yohane's Fortune Parlor, or any partner at Yohane's Fortune Parlor, in order to actually make these items spawn. Otherwise, they're going to be a treasure chest that's locked by a specific character until you activate their side quests, and then you're able to get this item. And this is a Flame Spellbook. So now, well, you'll see what happens when you complete a side quest for a partner later on. So, I'm actually going to continue going down, and because there's another treasure chest and that we can get now that we have the ability to go underneath water. So previously, you know, you're just floating up to the top of the water, but now you can actually go underwater, and, well, you're just walking underneath water, you're not swimming. And that's essentially what this is. So if you go ahead and head up through this side, and then you will get this treasure chest, which is I don't know how to pronounce the second word. Okay, so then if you go up over here on this screen, as you see, there's another treasure chest over here, so we're going to go ahead and check on and see what's going on over here. So now that we can actually go underneath water, maybe the treasure chest is in the water. And indeed it is. So we go ahead and open it, we get sardine oil. Okay, so now, let's go ahead and keep on exploring, shall we? Alright, so now we can actually check out and see, well, we can actually go further up ahead the dungeon with this new ability that is of swimming. And so over here, if you reach the end of the screen, then we have ourselves a randomized area. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use Tono-sama and defeat these things. Okay. Alright. And defeat you. And is there going to be another one of those? Okay, there's not. So let's go ahead and head on to room number 2. Okay, so, Rico. This would actually be a good time for me to talk about Rico. Rico Sakurachi is a transfer second-year student from Otono Kizaka High School to Uronohoshi in the very beginning of Love Live Sunshine. Chika first met Rico when Chika was on her trip to Tokyo. Then shortly after, Rico transfers over to Chika's school, where they then become classmates as well as next-door neighbors. So as a result, Chika and Rico all become very close with each other very quickly. Rico is a piano player and composes much of the music for Aqua Wars. And I'm very biased when it comes to piano player characters in a lot of shows that I watch, so Rico is one of my favorite characters. I'd say Rico is probably my second favorite character in Love Live Sunshine. In Yohane The Parhelion, Rico is a zoologist, which, given her character design, I would not imagine her to be a zoologist. She looks to me like a mage of some kind. due to the fact that in this game she uses fire attack moves. You know, it looks like her fire moves is like from like her book, which I originally thought was like just a spell book. Now, interesting contrast between Rico in Yohane The Parhelion and Love Live Sunshine is that in Love Live Sunshine, Rico has what's known as cynophobia. It essentially means that you're naturally afraid of dogs. So anytime she sees a dog, she gets really scared. However, later on in the show, she was tasked by Yoshiko to take care of a dog temporarily for a little bit. And naturally, Rico is not on board with it, but without much choice to accept it, she tries her best to get over her cynophobia to take care of this dog. After it's time to turn the dog back to its original owner, Rico actually gets over her cynophobia, and then shortly after, she gets a dog of her own. Whereas in Yohane The Parhelion, she gets very intrigued whenever she meets a unusual creature, which also includes Lilaps. Because according to Rico, Lilaps is an unusual type of creature, even though Lilaps is just a large dog. Ow! Did not quite appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and use Kanan's move in order to break this and see what's going on down over here. Okay, so it looks like... So you're supposed to use a character's ability, a certain character's ability, in order to get this moving, but we don't have it currently. Alright, let's go and continue, shall we? Alright, so this is an area here we have like stronger enemies. I mean, obviously, that's kind of natural because, you know, at some point, the game intends you to come back here at some point. And when they intend you to come back here at some point, then the game has to curb with the difficulty for that matter. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got. And this is the other side of this one of this screen. Alright, so let's go ahead and defeat these enemies. If you get hit by these guys' attacks, then sometimes you get status ailment, depending on the element, because sometimes you get stronger variations of those enemies, and they actually have different elements, status ailments, that depending on the element of the attacks. Anytime you have an opportunity where you're nearby a save point, you probably want to take it. That way, you know, because getting healed up is always a good thing. And then also, well, this is just me. I like to be conservative. And as you see, there's another save point over here. And then also on the other side. And it looks like there is a boss fight coming up. So, because of the boss fight coming up, I believe I want to check out over here and see if there's anything I can check out on this screen. Because it looks like there is another area that I can look at over here. So let's see what we got going on here. Okay, let's go and break those pots so I can get some extra resources. And indeed, this part of the grotto, you can't do too much right now because we don't have enough abilities. Even though this is like a water area, so naturally the underwater ability is required, but there are more abilities that we still need because, as you can see, can't reach high enough in order to get up there. And if you go up to this screen, technically you're not supposed to get up here, but thanks to the power of double jump, it is easier, but still a little bit tricky to get up here. You just have to go alternate between left and right on these platforms. And then when you get to this platform, then you can do a precise double jump to get up here. And we have another one of these sushi-looking enemies. I'm gonna go and defeat you, please. Thank you very much. And this is the other side of the screen that, you know, where I said it was like too high for us to reach, but you can actually head up here and look at that. Now we're high enough to explore this side. Okay, so this kind of eliminates the ability to need double jump, but as you can see, we need double jump in order to progress to the next part of this screen. Alright, so it is boss time. So with that, let's go ahead and head on and take on the boss right now. Alright, so this boss is so easy. So just gotta go ahead and keep on doing damage. Okay, that was not a move I expected you to do that early, but it's gonna send out raining explosive. So just be careful of that, and then it's going to do this. So then you want to slide underneath them, and then while you're behind him, you can kind of do a little bit of damage, and then he's going to go back to the right side. Well, he's going to hang around the right side most of the times, and then he's going to do this. So then it's going to come at you. Then it's going to split into 4 different directions, and that's really easy to dodge. Now, as you see, it turns red, which means we're now on its next phase of the fight. And again, you want to dodge these explosives. Okay. And then it's going to do... And then on its next phase, the energy shot is larger now. So this encourages you to use the double jump move. And then also, now that attack right there is faster a little bit. It's hard to notice, but on its next phase, you will notice it. Yes, there is another phase to this fight. Alright, so then, okay, it's gonna do now. Okay, so there we go. So now it changes color again. So now we're on its next phase. So, oh my gosh, I barely avoided that. Okay. So now, as you see right here, look at this. It is now faster. Oh my god, I got hit by that. But yeah, so it has very predictable attack patterns. Very easy. Always hangs around the right side. Just keep on stall. I just like to stall myself in the air a lot in order to. Oh, now it splits up into 6 directions. Now that's insane. Okay, and we did it. So yeah, easy fight, just like that. And then the next room opens up.
Yohane-san, 扉が開いたということは、私を閉じ込めたモンスターは、
このヨハネが倒してやったわ。
不意をつかれたとはいえ、私が叶わなかったあの相手を。ヨハネさん、ここの探索はあなたにお任せするのがいいのかもしれません。
いいの？自分で言うのもなんだけど、てっきり止められるもんかと。
確かに沼津の執務長官としてはあなたを危険な目に遭わせるわけにはいきません。ですがこの私を助け出した実力、何よりあなたにはこの事態を収束させる何かがある。沼津行政局執務長官としての勘がそう告げているのです。
本当？やっぱりこのヨハネには秘められた宿命の力が。デスティニー！
とはいえ当然あなただけに背負わせません。私も同行し協力させていただきますわ。
いいの？もちろん手伝ってくれるなら心強いけど。
捕まったことで身をもって知りました。このダンジョンの存在は沼津の皆さんの安全を脅かしかねません。これはダンジョンの謎を解き明かすチャンスです。
まあダイヤも一緒なら頼もしいわ。
しかし気になるのはあのモンスター。私を閉じ込めるだけでそれ以降何か危害を加えたりはしてこなかった。
そういえば地下の時もそんなだったわね。
一体何が目的だったのでしょう。
So now we have Dia, or Daya, in our party. And so what Daya can do, I like pronouncing it Dia because I'm very English. But what Daya can do is, as you can see with these little moving platforms, whenever you go to a generator, use her move, and as you see, it now moves around. So now getting up to different places will be a little bit easier. Actually, it's actually required if you want to go up on this screen in particular. Also, her move is so good, and it's even really fast. So I like to use her move sometimes. Unfortunately, it costs DP, and I try not to use too much DP if I can help it. So with that, if we head on to the next screen past this point right here, it's going to take us to a new area, which meant that going back to the grotto was required. And so right now, I am not going to be doing that. So we're going to go ahead and go back to Yohane's Fortune Parlor now that we rescued Daya, because we got to see what her side quest entails.
改めてお礼を言わせてください、ヨハネさん。この
まさかダイヤほどの人が捕まっちゃうとはね。不意をつかれたとか言ってたけど。
お恥ずかしい限りです。どうも迷宮のようなごちゃごちゃした場所は苦手でして。いえ、弱音を吐いてしまいました。こんなことでは執務長官失格。自分にブッブーですわ。
真面目だな。そういえば調査中はあの格好じゃなかったの？スカーレット・デルタだっけ？
実はダンジョンの探索中、いつものスーツをなくしてしまったのです。
いやいやいや、ちょっと待って。あんなもんどうやってなくすのよ。全身装束よ。
本当にお恥ずかしい限りです。
いや、お恥ずかしいとかじゃなくて。
ヨハネさん、恥を忍んでお願いします。あのスーツを見つけたら持ち帰っていただけませんか？
まあいいけど。
ありがとうございます、ヨハネさん。力を合わせ、共に沼津の平和を守っていきましょう。
リコ、魔導書見つけてきたわよ。ありがとう、ヨハネちゃん。ねえ、私もそれ読めば魔法が使えるようになったりするのかな？どうかな。ヨハネちゃん、古代沼津語は読める？古代沼津語、何々ズラーみたいなやつ？古代ズラー。もう花丸ちゃんに怒られても知らないよ。読むなら必修だけど、よかったら私が教えようか？それは今度にしておくわ。
勉強したくないんだね。
So, what this means is if you use Riko's special ability, and yes, there's a difference between using her regular ability and her special ability now. It's pretty much like an upgrade ability. Look at this. Ooh, it's wavy, and unfortunately uses a lot of DP whenever you use any partner's special ability, but it's more effective when you decide if you want to use your partners in combat. It is so good. So with that being said, I also want to question how the heck do you lose a full body Scarlet Delta suit, Daya? What? How? I don't understand. That makes no sense unless the monster that captured you, like, took off your whole suit. But then again, that would be, I don't know. I just don't get it. The logic makes no sense, but it's a video game. You don't question it, even though I kind of just did. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode of Yohane The Parhelion Blazing Deep Blue. And next time, we're going to be heading on to the next area past the grotto. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.